Welcome to Parkland Challenge 2014. Let's go ahead and meet the teams for today's match.
Welcome to Bracket 4 of the 2014 Parkland Challenge. In our first match, St. Joe fell to Danville 220 to 270. Our second match finds the Bunnies from Fisher against the Chargers from Champaign Centennial. The winner of this match will take on Danville to determine who will be our Bracket 4 champion.
David Fisher, senior.
I'm Ben Rogers, senior.
Jarrett Lake, sophomore.
Daniel Olson, sophomore.
Laith Ibrahim, junior.
Randy Jansen, freshman.
Aditya Mehta, freshman.
Lane Babb, senior.
Billy Fairfield, senior.
Cameron Schwing, senior.
Jacob Hobbs, senior.
Okay, let's start with the game. In the sequence of presidential succession, who is next in line after the vice president? David.
Secretary of State.
Incorrect. You guys can confer?
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House is correct. To Have and Have Not is the only novel written by what author to be set? Ben.
Ernest Hemingway.
Ernest Hemingway is correct. What famous dog of the movies was found in a foxhole in World War I? Daniel.
Lassie.
Not Lassie. You guys can confer?
Fido.
No, it was Rin Tin Tin. What is Sherlock Holmes's older and reportedly smarter sibling named? Ben.
Mycroft.
Mycroft is right. What was the name of the Montgomery, Alabama bus rider who challenged a transportation? David.
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. What exclusive fungus grows on tree roots and is rooted out by trained dogs or pigs? David.
Truffles.
Truffles is correct. What famous fashion designer gave birth to Anderson Cooper? Fashion designer was Gloria Vanderbilt. What Roman emperor built a massive wall across northern Jarrett?
Hadrian.
Hadrian is correct. The Tyler, Texas area is a source for more than half of the U.S. supply of what popular flower? That flower is the rose. Roses. What nickname is William Cody better known by? David.
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. The Americanization of Edward Bach, published in 1920, is a rags to riches story of a magazine editor. What still popular women's magazine did Bach edit? That magazine was Ladies' Home Journal. At what California national park could you see gray whales, harbor seals, and sea lions? The national park is Channel Islands. Who led a gang of horse and cattle thieves known as the Rustlers in New Mexico during the 1870s? David.
Jesse James.
Not Jesse James. You guys can confer?
Wild Bill Hickok.
No, it was Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid led the Rustlers. The only national park in the northeastern United States that is the nation's second most visited. What is it? The only national park in the northeastern U.S. is the second most visited. Ben.
Acadia.
Acadia is correct. It's in Maine. What band has members named Charlie, Bill, Ron, Mick, and Keith? Daniel.
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones. In what world city was Archduke Franz Ferdinand assassinated? David.
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo. An octopus has 8 tentacles. How many does its relative, the squid, have? Jarrett.
6.
Not 6.
10.
10 is the right answer. What pioneering pop singer died in a plane crash on February 3rd, 1959? Daniel.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly is correct. Good job. If you are in Fort Eustis, Virginia, viewing helicopters, trains, and marine craft, what museum are you touring? Fort Eustis, Virginia. That's the U.S. Army Transportation Museum. What is the name of the area with the lowest elevation in California? Lane.
Death Valley.
Death Valley. What 1969 literary classic is the autobiography of the early years of writer and activist Maya Angelou? Jarrett.
I know why the cage bird sings.
Yep, that's right. What future American president won the Battle of Tippecanoe? David.
William Henry Harrison.
William Henry Harrison. The only museum in the world devoted to uranium mining is in what southwestern state? Jacob.
Colorado.
Not Colorado.
Is it New Mexico? New Mexico?
New Mexico is correct. Where was the first roller coaster in the United States built in 1884? David.
Coney Island, New York.
Coney Island is correct. What automaker was called the father of mass production? David.
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford. What's the name of the daily printed account of what is said and done in U.S. Congress? That's called the Congressional Record. What world-famous inventor of the phonograph was played, David?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison by Spencer Tracy. What hard candy is made by boiling butter and sugar together? David?
Butterscotch.
Not correct. So you guys confirm? By boiling butter and sugar together, often with other ingredients.
Caramel.
Not caramel, toffee. What state, which shares its borders with Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, joined the Union, David?
Texas.
Texas is right. What Major League Baseball team was once in Montreal? David?
The Washington Nationals.
That's correct. Technically, yeah, the Expos was what we were looking for, but that's where they went to. What world-famous inventor of the phonograph? Oh, we just did that one. Let me do that again. All right, it's time for this round's video question. This video question goes to Centennial.
Hello, my name is Scott Seekin, and I teach Biology 101 here at Parkland. What are the names of the two processes in which DNA is read to make a protein?
Transcription.
And translation.
I want to say it.
You say it.
I feel better if you said it.
Say it. Transcription and translation.
Okay?
The two processes by which DNA is turned into mRNA and then mRNA is used to produce a protein are called transcription and translation.
All right, back to the game. In the comic strips, what was the name of Mandrake the Magician's giant partner? Ben.
George the Giant.
Not George the Giant. You guys can confirm if you'd like.
Drake.
No, it was Lothar. Who was the first woman ever elected to the United States House of Representatives? That was Jeanette Rankin from Montana in 1916. What Roman invention was used to supply water to far-reaching cities? Ben.
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct. The Jordanaires and the Blue Moon Boys were backup singers for what pop idol? The pop idol was Elvis Presley. What Wild West icon was a soldier, a scout, a hunter, and had a Wild West show? Ben.
Wild Bill Hickok.
Not Wild Bill Hickok. You guys confirm?
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill Cody. Second question about him this time. Can you give me the mythological name for the mountain in Greece where no woman, female animal, child, eunuch, or person with a beardless face is allowed to set foot? David.
Olympus.
Not Olympus. You guys can confirm?
Athens.
No, Mount Athos is what we're looking for. What red-haired comedic leading lady appeared in the following movies? Fancy Pants, Mame, and The Long, Long Trailer. According to the title of her show, people loved her. Red-haired comedian. Daniel.
Lucille Ball.
Lucille Ball is correct. What humid southern state calls itself the Sportsman's Paradise? Dave.
Florida.
Not Florida, you guys can confirm?
Kentucky.
No, Louisiana. Very humid. Who had a yearning for Clarice Starling in a 1991 movie? Daniel.
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter is correct. Idaho's River of No Return is actually named for what edible fish? Idaho's River of No Return, named for what edible fish? David.
Salmon.
Salmon is correct. What branch of the armed forces first popularized the phrase gung ho? David.
United States Marine Corps.
The Marines, correct. What Revolutionary War naval officer said, "I have not yet begun to fight"? David.
John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones is correct. Which movement was founded in 1954 by L. Ron Hubbard? Daniel.
Scientology.
Scientology is correct. Which form of treatment attempts to heal through the insertion of needles at specific, David?
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture is correct. The Biblical Arts Center with a replica of Christ's tomb is in what Texas metropolis? Ben.
Dallas.
Dallas is correct. Who was the mayor of New York City during the 9/11 attacks? Daniel.
Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani is correct. What did Pavlov use in his famous, David?
A bell.
Bells is correct. Which president created the Drug Enforcement Agency Administration in 1970? David.
Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon was president in 1970. What famous woman painter started painting because her fingers had become too stiff for embroidering? Daniel.
Grandma Moses.
Grandma Moses, good job. Passed in 1865, what did the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution do? David.
It banned slavery in the United States.
Yeah, abolish slavery. Canada lies south of the U.S. at only one point. Near which famous Michigan city? Daniel.
Detroit.
Detroit is correct. That's the end of our first round. We'll be back with the lightning round right after this. Centennial charges out to a fast start, but the Bunnies are hoping to hop back in the match in our lightning round. Let's get started. What is the only continent with no areas of land below sea level? That's Antarctica. How did Alexander Hamilton die? David.
In a duel with Aaron Burr.
That is correct. Where did Hercules slay a lion? David.
Mame.
That is correct. What country developed the first jet aircraft? Jacob.
Germany.
Germany is correct. What is the most abundant metal in the Earth's crust? David.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. What HBO series stars Lena Dunham? David.
Girls.
Girls is correct. What year did the Pony Express begin? That year was 1860. What's the only state with an area of less than 2,000 square miles? David.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. What is the name of Dr. Seuss's egg-hatching elephant? Dr. Seuss's egg-hatching elephant. Billy.
Horton.
Horton is correct. What southern state has a black belt? That state is Alabama. Which of these countries has the largest surface area? Ireland, Lithuania, or Scotland? David.
Lithuania.
Not Lithuania, it's Scotland. What Hollywood club is famous for its roasts of celebrities? That is the Friars Club. Who wrote The Tropic of Capricorn and The Tropic of Cancer? That was Henry Miller. What two fictional boy detectives lives in the town of Bayport? Two fictional boy detectives. Billy.
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys is the right answer. Which is Venice's largest canal? That is the Grand Canal. In physics, power is defined as work divided by what? Billy.
Time.
Time is correct. What card game has a board and pegs? Randy.
Cribbage.
Cribbage is correct. What musical follows the escapades of Don Quixote? That musical is Man of La Mancha. To Dream the Impossible Dream comes from that. What was fighter pilot Manfred von Richtenfein better known as? Daniel.
The Red Baron.
The Red Baron, correct. What state is home to the beginnings of the Mississippi River? David.
Minnesota.
Minnesota is correct. What does the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom determine? Lane.
Atomic number.
Yes, it's atomic number. That's the end of our lightning round. We'll be back with the final round right after this.
Get the ball rolling to a new career with an Eastern Illinois University degree at Parkland College.
Parkland and Eastern really made it work for me.
Now I'm taking Eastern classes on Parkland's campus. I'm working on my bachelor's degree from Eastern without commuting.
Thanks to Parkland and Eastern, I'm reaching my goals.
For more on Eastern at Parkland, call 217-351-2543.
Centennial still leads Fisher as we head into our final round. Let's see who will move on to the Bracket 4 championship. What computer company was named after a founder's memory of spending a summer in Oregon, David?
Apple.
Apple is correct. Oregon Orchard. That's what I was trying to say. What is the first word in the Declaration of Independence? Billy.
We?
Not we. You guys can confirm?
I don't remember what it is. These?
I think it's thieves.
These?
No, it's when. When. The son of what famous architect invented Lincoln Logs? Jarrett.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright is correct. Draculin, a protein that prevents blood clotting, is found in the spit of what animal? Draculin, a protein. David.
Vampire bats?
Vampire bat is correct. Who immediately preceded John Quincy Adams as president? David.
James Monroe.
James Monroe. What was the pen name of Charles Dodgson, author of Alice's Adventure in Wonderland? David.
Carroll.
Lewis Carroll. At what university was Gatorade developed? David.
University of Florida.
University of Florida. What does the IT abbreviation ROM stand for?
Random output memory.
No. You guys can confirm? ROM. Need an answer?
No answer.
Read-only memory, ROM. What famous self-help organization is known for never giving the last names of its members? Ben.
AA.
AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. What college sports organization operates a popular museum in Overland Park, Kansas? David.
The NCAA.
NCAA is correct. What state, home to Johnson Space Center, allows its residents to cast absentee ballots from space? David.
Florida.
Not Florida. You guys confirm?
Texas.
Texas is correct. By 1966 presidential proclamation, what holiday was fixed as the third Sunday in June? David.
Father's Day.
Father's Day. What physicist's last words were not understood because his nurse did not speak German? Ben.
Einstein.
Einstein. This 65-year-old head coach of the New York Giants became the oldest. Billy.
Tom Coughlin?
Tom Coughlin is correct. What Pixar movie shares its name with a vegetable dish? Jarrett.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is correct. Which is America's leading cranberry growing state? Ben.
California.
Not California. You guys can confirm?
Maryland.
No, it's New Jersey. What sort of creatures would you see in the prehistoric zoo in Ossineke, Michigan? What creatures would you see in the prehistoric... Billy.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs is correct. Which of these is not a German sausage? Beckwurst, Bratwurst, Frankfurter, or Knockwurst? Ben.
Bratwurst.
Beckwurst is correct. What school in Germany combined the crafts and modern arts from 1919 to 1933? What school in Germany combined crafts and modern arts? That school was Bauhaus. What comic strip youngster frequently used the expression, good grief? Cameron.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown is correct. Which is the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world to survive today? David.
The Great Pyramids at Giza.
That's correct. What Icon City was rediscovered by Hiram Bingham in the early 1900s? David.
Machu Picchu.
That is correct. What 2 countries share the longest border in the world? Ben.
China and Russia.
Incorrect. You guys can confirm?
Chile and Brazil.
No, U.S. and Canada. What state university has campuses at Tuscaloosa, Huntsville? Billy.
University of Alabama.
University of Alabama, correct. John Witherspoon was the only clergyman to sign which noted American document? David.
The Declaration of Independence.
Correct. According to Publishers Weekly, what novel is the best-selling children's paperback of all time? Billy.
The Cat in the Hat.
Not the Cat in the Hat. You guys can confirm?
I'm thinking it's a Dr. Seuss.
I was gonna say The Little Prince, but I like
Green Eggs and Ham.
No, it's Charlotte's Web is what we're looking at. The Gentleman from Cain is staged at Tennessee State Park, named for the play's hero, a famous frontiersman who died at the Alamo. David.
Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett at the Davy Crockett State Park. What 3 substances are your teeth made from? It's enamel, dentin, and pulp. All right, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Fisher.
Hi, my name's Erin Wilding Martin. I'm a math professor here at Parkland. The question is, the mathematician Charles Dodgson wrote an elementary treatise on determinants with their application to simultaneous linear equations and algebraic equations. But what literary work is he best known for?
Alice in Wonderland.
You guys have an answer?
Alice in Wonderland.
The answer is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which he wrote under the pen name Lewis Carroll in 1865.
All right, let's finish up the game. What dam provides 85% of Las Vegas's water? Billy.
Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam is correct. What snack food company has a peanut with a cane and a monocle as its mascot? What snack food company? David.
Planters.
Planters. Planters Peanuts. What state is home to Buffalo National River and Hot Spring National Park? Lane.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Correct. What state capital is closest to the equator? Ben.
Hawaii.
Honolulu, Hawaii is right. Grand Lake, Colorado is beside a glacial lake that is the source of from what major river? It is the source of what major river? Billy.
Colorado River.
Yeah, the Colorado is correct. Daniel Carter Beard founded what boys organization? David.
The Boy Scouts of America.
Boy Scouts of America. Who is Ebenezer Scrooge's clerk? David.
Tiny Tim's dad.
No, incorrect. You guys can confer.
Big Tim.
No, Bob Cratchit. No, Big Tim is a really good guess. Grand Lake, Colorado is beside glacier. Yeah, we just did that one. What appropriately named Florida town receives thousands of pieces of mail every Christmas sent by people wanting the town's postmark? David.
Santa Claus.
Not Santa Claus. You guys can confirm?
Postmark.
No, Christmas, Florida. It's a town called Christmas. What often played American songs tune, meter and verse, were borrowed from an English drinking song? David.
The Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner. Dan Emmett, who wrote Dixie, was the subject of a 1943 film called Dixie. What popular crooner who also sang White Christmas played Emmett? David.
Nat King Cole.
Not Nat King Cole. You guys can confirm? An answer?
Michael Jackson.
No, it was not. It was Bing Crosby. What future country music star was in prison at San Quentin when Johnny Cash gave his 1960 concert there? The singer was Merle Haggard. Whose record as the youngest international grandmaster in chess stood from 1958 to 1991? David.
Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer is correct. Earl Hammer Jr. created what beloved family drama of the 1970s? The narrator was a son named John Boy. David.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Not the Beverly Hillbillies.
The Waltons.
It was the Waltons. Good job. What term refers to something that distracts from a relevant or important issue? The term is red herring. What state capital has a Confederate monument on its grounds? David.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Not Charleston, South Carolina. You guys can confirm?
Alabama.
Yes, Montgomery, Alabama is correct. Cabbages and Kings was the only novel by which famous American short story writer? Cabbages and Kings was by O. Henry, published in 1899. What type of fruit does a pyrus tree carry? Lath.
Papaya.
Not papaya. You guys can confirm? Pyrus tree.
Coconut.
Need an answer?
Grapefruit.
No, it's actually pears. Pears. Carolyn Harrison, wife of President William Henry Harrison, was head for what prestigious social organization for women? That organization was the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution. That's the end of our game. We'll tally up our scores and tell you who's moving on right after this. Champaign Centennial defeats Fisher 630 to 210 to move on to the Bracket 4 Championship, where they'll play Danville. Thanks for joining us.